There we go. Okay. 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 Oh, my mic is a little too high. It's peaking a little bit, but that's fine. That's fine. Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. We gaming now. Yes, we are. Hello, hello. Welcome back. How you doing, Linkfy? Good evening, good evening. Thank you so much for the 9 months. Dear Lord, it has been 9 months. Oh boy. Good, thanks for asking. How are you? I'm doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. I've been getting back into the swing of things, so we're getting there. My controller no worky? Is my controller unplugged? No, it's not. I'm very confused. I don't know what's going on. I wasn't tabbed into the game. That would help. I I've only been awake for about an hour now. I was supposed to get up early this morning for an appointment today, and then I was woken up early in the morning to be told that said appointment was not going to be happening. Uh, so I went back to sleep because I was very tired. I had been up late last night. Um, and when I woke up, I thought it was 1 in the morning or so. So I got very confused. But here we are. There's some story stuff that came out for 6.1. But I'm not sure that I have good enough gear to do it. Why is it locked? I never did the healer quest line. Did I? Well, let's go fix that. But it was 1 in the afternoon? Yeah. I was a little stressed that I had slept through an entire day. The 580 gear is pretty cheap though, if I remember correctly. Ooh, true, true. I could go to the market board. Did I not? I never did the quest. So my gear is locked. If I remember correctly though, it only makes the gear dyeable? But 30k per item? That's not bad at all. I do have more money than I thought. I haven't played on this character in a very long time, so you'll have to excuse me if I'm a little, all over the place at the moment. Title weapon coffer. What is all? Oh, that's right. Aurora was helping me get some some of the primal mounts off stream. That was a while ago. Dear Lord. Um, I forgot why I came here. What do you have for me? A sword. Thank you for the sword. You get me another sword. Um, just got my grand company to max a couple weeks ago. I, on my other character, I recently actually finished all the squadron missions to get the not the motions, the emotes, like the squat and sit-ups and stuff. Um it was not worth it. I'm glad I have them now, but it was not worth the pain of squadrons. I probably will not be doing it again anytime soon. Yeah, after that you get max rank as well. Yeah, yeah. And when you hit max rank, you get the ability to buy those like 3.0 or 4.0 coffers that give you like minions and mounts and stuff. Yeah, and 20k seals. Yeah, 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 yeah. I've been getting a lot of those and just giving them to friends if I already have them. I didn't even consider the idea of selling them off. Probably should. Ooh, fair enough. Yeah, yeah. I uh I might start stockpiling them, the ones that I've already given to everyone else, and start giving them out too. Because it's fun to just run up to someone, give them, like, a bunch of cool stuff, especially if they're new to the game. First box I opened was a fat cat, so 300k. I also got a fat cat very early on in the boxes that I grabbed. I used it though. I love the fat cat minion. It's so cute. Where am I going? I've forgotten everything all of a sudden. Was it here? I think it's here. Maybe? You already have fat cat? Yeah. Is it in here? I don't remember. I looked it up before stream, and now I have completely forgotten. No. Thought I was in here. I have no clue what I'm doing. Hold on. I want to do Pandemonium, but I have completely forgotten the instructions that I looked up not even 20 minutes ago. Let me see. Where does Asphodelos start? Not Asphodelos, Pandemonium. Pandemonium. Ah, it's actually in Charlea. Okay. I was close. I think this is where the actual NPC is. But we'll see. I'm pretty sure it's there. Oh, hello, little lost slobberit. Cutting the cheese? Is this one of the optional dungeons? That's funny, but I'm on a mission right now. I will do that next. We have a Mario, Luigi, and a Waluigi, me, but we're waiting for a Wario. Has anyone volunteered to be the Wario? Or are you struggling to find someone that fits? Crystal from Beyond, yes. It appears my calculations were correct. I knew that at this very spot I would encounter none other than Rayla, the hero who saw us through the final days. So certain was I of my math that I stood here for, well, let's not concern ourselves with that. Quite a while, I would imagine. I am Nemgigi. I think that's how you say that? Assistant to one Professor Claudian. We work with the Etioscope to observe the ethereal sea and delve into its myriad mysteries. Some mysteries, though, are beyond even our capabilities to unravel. The strange crystal we but recently discovered, for instance, defies our every conjecture. You've been to the center of the star and far beyond it, however, so we hope that you may see something in this crystal that we academics do not. I beg you to lend us your well-traveled eye at Aporia. Okay, so I was in the right spot, just too soon. Professor Claudian will be eagerly awaiting your arrival. Okie dokie. Nope, I was there as Waluigi, and Tulalas changed to Mario and Luigi. You're just kind of hoping someone comes along with the right glamour then? Now I go here. Yes? Yes. Da, 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 da. The same when I was running around as Blue Link. Ooh, nice. Tulalas changed to red and green. It's always fun to see, to like run across someone that's... Is the game muted? The game is muted. That's my bad. came back as Princess Zelda. Hell yeah. Actually, I saw the top that I think is from the Alliance raid, and that makes for a really good, like, Twilight Princess Zelda glam. And then they started fighting with each other. Ah, yes, here we are. So the official Final Fantasy XIV team put out the music video for Flow yesterday, and I watched it, and I cried. You mean Healer Caster? Yes, yes, that one. It's such a pretty top too, especially because I think the skirt that goes under it is also long, and I don't think it's quite like exact, but it has the same vibes if you dye it like a nice purpley color. I saw someone running around with it in teal. They might have been wearing like just a generic white skirt underneath, but it looked really cute. Greetings, Rayla, and welcome to my humble laboratory. I am sure Nimgigi has already told you plenty about us, but allow me to introduce myself personally. I am Claudian, leader of this little research collective. I must admit, I have been rather nervous about meeting ever since Nimgigi set out to find you. For a researcher in my field, there is no greater an honor than to meet the first woman in history to traverse the ethereal sea and return to tell the tale. The professor speaks often and at length of your deeds, but he has no small number of achievements of his own to his own name. He has peered deeper into the ethereal sea than any other Charlayan, and the breadth of his knowledge is peerless. Peerless, perhaps, for but a single woman. We must seize this precious opportunity to learn what we can from her, and perhaps crack this conundrum that has stumped the three of us for moons. Yeah, I don't want the usual color that people make it. They usually go with black or white, so I made it metallic green. Ooh. Yeah, I think black is the default for caster and white's the default for healer. I'm not sure, though. It was we who peered into the fathomless sea from the antitower in the Dravanian hinterlands. There we spoke with Heidelin and learned of the fate that would befall this star. Final days. Soon thereafter, all research was moved to Labyrinthos, and through the Atioscope did we continue our vigil. As impressive a work as the device is, however, it can glimpse but a fraction of the sea's infinite depths. Which brings us to the matter at hand. Not long after the Exodus was declared, we recovered an unusual crystal shard during a routine observation. It appeared before us suddenly, as if propelled to the surface by some unknown force. We found that it possessed an ethereal density that exceeds that of normal crystals by orders of magnitude, and its shape resembles nothing which occurs in the natural world. It was made, not formed. Unfortunately, that was the extent of the information we could glean before we were forced to turn our focus toward the Exodus. The crystal was very nearly forgotten amidst the sudden upheaval. But thanks to the efforts of a certain someone, that crisis is now behind us, and we are free to resume our research. Thus did we decide to seek you out, the dauntless adventurer who delved into the unknown and beheld its innermost secrets, and now we would have you see for yourself. I am concerned. The last time someone tried to show me a random crystal they found, it was when I did the Robinoster raids, and it turned out to be... I think it possessed someone or something. Here's the crystal in question. Crystal? Crystal? If it resembles aught you have encountered before, even by the smallest degree, please say so. It's one of the convocation stones. Hi, Thaddeus! Memory abides within this crystal, like a jobstone. As I thought, you do know what this is. Please, tell me everything. Ooh. Sorry for my cracky knuckles. I didn't do a proper amount of wrist stretching before stream because I was just panic. I see. The Asians use these to transfer their memories to new vessels. Fascinating indeed. It was plain that this crystal was special somehow, but this revelation surpasses even my considerable expectations. Similar artifacts have appeared throughout the ages. Memories of martial techniques manifested as crystalline shards on the battlefield, or storied stones passed from master to student. A comparison between said artifacts and this crystal may prove a fruitful first step in unveiling its true nature. What do you think, Professor? Okay, he's creepily mumbling to himself. Asian memories, windows through which we can gaze upon the convocation of 14. Unlike the crystal in Rayla's story, this one does not bear the mark of the convocation. Who, then, could these memories belong to? And more importantly, why were they stored in this peculiar shard? More importantly still, why was it set adrift on the ethereal sea? Concerning. He's still going at it. Professor! Professor! Claudian! Huh? Yes? I'm well aware that contemplation is key to breakthrough, but there is propriety to consider. We have a guest, one you invited explicitly. Must we do this every time? Oopsie. What? Ah, yes, of course, our guest. Terribly sorry. I do so easily find myself unmoored by the tides of rumination. That's a lot of big fancy words. Perhaps a more, engaging use of your time with us would be for you to take up that crystal. If indeed there are memories stored within, they may reveal themselves to you upon contact. If anyone. Message. Come. Pandemonium. Please. Basis. Grave threat. Star. In danger. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's not good. That expression does not bode well. What did you see? I heard a faint voice calling out for help. Pandemonium? 'Tis not a word I have heard before. My knowledge of the ancient tongue serves me. It means all demons. Not a name that inspires optimism, all things considered. No, it does not. I choked on my water a little bit, sorry. In the event that another star-shattering cataclysm is in fact bearing down upon us, I would have the aforementioned examples of crystallized memory to hand. Namgigi. Risnod. If that's how that's pronounced. I apologize if that's not the case. I entrust their procurement to you. If there are more memories to be extracted from this crystal, we will find them. I think I know where I need to go. As for you, Vrela, there is a person I would have you seek, the one who has delivered so dire a warning. Your story tells us that this crystal could very well have been made by one of the ancients. If that is the case, then discerning the nature of this pandemonium would require a trip far into the past, to an era before the Sundering. I know of only one individual capable of such a feat, the very hero who traversed time to prevent the world's doom. Alright, back in I go, boys. I must confess, the tales people tell of your adventures beggar belief, and their veracity has been subject of much debate among my peers. After today's meeting, however, there can be no doubt in my mind that every incredible exploit is fact. I still can't talk good. So, I ask you now, return to the past. Find out what and where Pandemonium is, and if we need be concerned by this message. Go back. Go back to the beginning. That's probably a reference like no one else knows. Thank you. For the time being, you should keep the crystal in your possession. I do not think you have seen the last of its memories, and more may yet be drawn out as you approach the source. Safe travels, and may we meet again soon to share our findings. I love this white mage outfit. Like, few hold up to the original, but I really like this one. It's so cute, with all the ribbons and frills, and the little bow over the tail. Journey to the ocular and approach the portal. That's on the 1st. I'm actually gonna go back up to Charlea, because oh, excuse me. I think more than anything, I need some accessories. So I'm gonna get some accessories. Because doing this raid is gonna give me gear anyway. What are my accessories? Yeah, I need new accessories. Oh. The accessories are a bit more expensive, but that's fine. These will last me a while. Wait, don't I also get accessories? Whatever. It's fine. Am I really full of bracelets? Dear Lord. Put that on. And then we are good to go. Right? Because I'm pretty sure anything I have to do from this point out is 565 at the highest. Was that the requirement for Pandemonium? I don't think so. I don't remember. Anyway. Crystarium. Ooh, stretch. Okay. It's been a while. And there's still a ton of stuff from Endwalker I haven't done. Is this the Beast Tribe? Yes. Maybe? Oh no. Okay. Ugh. Did I do the twinning? I don't think so. I think that's the quest for the... Yeah, that's the quest for the twinning. That's the empty? That's the pixie quest. Job well done. Don't remember what that is. What is that? I don't remember. I don't remember. Yes. Back to the past. Oh, do I still have? Oh, I have more glam slots. Oh yeah, I should put this on. Who is texting me? Oh, it's just a reminder. Okay. A reminder for the thing that I made when I went to bed, and then when I woke up it was cancelled. Oopsie. If receives this message. Bright light. Well, here we go. Pandemonium. Quickly. I'm coming. I have so much metallic dyes and stuff on my other character from all the venture coffers that just keep giving me random metallic dyes. I should really put them to use. The only metallic dye I've ever used for a glamour has been, I think, metallic sky blue for my blue mage. I should do blue mage on stream someday. It's easy if I can convince someone to help me with it, but... Ugh. Oh, hello. Could it be? No, of course not. Apologies, but for the briefest of moment, I thought you to be a dear friend of mine. I realize now that such a notion is preposterous. Maybe not as much as you think. She told me a falling star would appear before me, and I suppose you must be it. Truth be told, I did not expect the expression to be so literal. The lovely for chest coffer for samurai slash monk was pretty sweet. Yeah. Yeah. I like a lot of the gear that came out with Endwalker. Some of it is actually dyeable versions of gear that I've really been wanting to come back. And I was really happy that some of the sets did, like the Skalik set, or what is it called here? Oh yeah, the Snow Linen set. Like, oh, well, it was... It would help if I did that. I think this is it? That's 84, right? Yeah. It's the old Skalik set. I like it a lot. It dyes really well, too. Like, I think... Oh, it dyes better than I thought it did. Yeah. How does this look in metallic colors? Ooh, the shine is really nice. It looks like silk almost. I don't remember that set. Imperial Code of Aiming, why do I have that? Oh, I think that's from the dungeon. I think I created it. Or no, because I did the dungeon as trusts, so I would have gotten everything regardless. Yeah, the one I mean is the longer coat. Yeah! It dyes pretty sweet to the gunmetal black. Yeah. I agree. I actually just finished, getting Reaper to 90 on my other character, which means, I have all of the classes, all of the required role quest lines, rather, done. And I did the extra story quest, and boy howdy, a lot of stuff happens. Apologies for not introducing myself properly. My name is Themis. As you can see by my bare face, I am not one of Elpis's observers. Rather, I am come here on an assignment, which has been more or less routine up until this very moment. You certainly do know how to make an entrance. I must wonder what brought you here, for it is plain that you do not belong here. Or any place I know, for that matter. I'm Asm's familiar. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. It appears my initial impression was not so preposterous after all. I did not know my friend had such a unique familiar at her disposal. If you are here at Asm's behest, then I believe I can hazard a guess as to your purpose. You are here to investigate Pandemonium, yes? I suppose so, yes. Who? If so, may we be able to help one another? But first, might I trouble you to explain how you came to collide with my skull? Well, you see... About that. About that. I see. I believe that dispels any major doubts I had concerning your intentions. Apologies for being so intrusive, but you must understand, this is an uncommon occurrence. Yeah. I shall pry no further, for I am well aware that we all have secrets we must keep. However, if I may, I would very much like to take a look at this crystal of yours. Sure, why not? What harm could it do? A lot. Probably a lot. Fascinating. While I cannot say much as to what it contains, it is clear that there are memories stirring within. Memories that speak of something gravely amiss in Pandemonium. Yeah, that's why I'm here, gamer. The facility extends beneath Elpis, and is overseen by the words of La Habrea. It houses those creations that are highly valued as research subjects, and highly dangerous to the star. Naturally, it is strictly guarded, and under constant surveillance. Several days ago, however, an unnatural shift in the flow of its surrounding aether was detected. Soon thereafter, all communications from Pandemonium ceased. That's not good at all. I am here as a representative of an organization that works directly with the Convocation, and have been tasked with investigating this incident. Now that there is some measure of transparency between us, might I offer a suggestion as to what we should do next? It's weird because we learned that the white robe implies that they are someone who retired but has yet to return to the star. Which means... I don't know what it means. During the course of your investigation, you may discover valuable artifacts. Oh, okay. Yeah. That's just the gear. Okay. Now then, my proposal is a simple one. Let us journey to Pandemonium together. Our destination is the same, and I suspect the arrangement would work to our mutual benefit. Besides, I should have no trouble gaining us both access. I do hope you agree. I would be loath to part ways from the falling star I had been waiting so long for. Originally, I had planned to conduct my investigation with the friend I mentioned earlier. She had also noticed the anomaly near Pandemonium, so it only seemed natural that we should investigate it together. However, she eventually decided that it would be unwise for us both to go. If two members of our organization were seen poking our heads about restricted facilities, it could raise questions, you see. I decided to go alone, but she left me with these words. English. I do not speak it. Fear not, for in my absence a star shall fall before you. While I could not comprehend her meaning at the time, I believe now I understand. She does have a way of being right about these things. Even so, her hints of what to come are generally more cryptic. I suppose I should have kept my gaze toward the heavens. Suffice it to say that I am grateful for your presence either way. As for the matter at hand, we must first gain permission from the words of La Habrea for entry into Pandemonium. There ought to be a speaker waiting at anagnorosis. Anagnoresis. Pain. I don't have flying here, do I? Nope. I still have yet to go get flying. Someday. Eventually. Bird of Elpis, please do not attack me. Bum, bum, bum. Bum. Here we go. What a fascinating etheric signature. In accordance with the Convocation's request, the two of you have been granted leave to observe the Pandemonium. I shall register your aether for the records. From this point on, you may freely come and go from Pandemonium as you please. Now, that was a painless process. I take this as a sign we were meant to conduct our investigations together. Yay! Of course, while you have been permitted entry into the facility, the specimens housed inside must be handled with utmost care. You are to heed the warder's instructions at all times. Those who conduct their work within Pandemonium are called warders for their role with respect to the creatures within. Generally, creations that pose a threat to the safety of the star must be undone. However, the words of La Habrea has deemed certain such creations as worthy of further study, interring them within the facility. Those who spend their days in Pandemonium are not merely researchers. They must work tirelessly to ensure that none of their subjects slip their shackles. Too many S sounds. For all its intents and purposes, this place is a dungeon. Perhaps such a comparison arouses frightful imagery, but Pandemonium is a frightful place. Ah, joy. I know not the purpose of your investigation, but if you discover aught that merits a report, pray do so with utmost haste. Master La Habrea shall guide us upon the proper course of action from there. Then I take it means you have detected nothing of amiss as of late. The warders have reported nothing that would cause alarm. Minor fluctuations in aether have been observed, but surely Master La Habrea would have acted if they were anything worth worrying about. That's not what I heard. I see. It appears La Habrea is kept well abreast of the goings-on here, then. I hope I am not overstepping my boundaries by asking, but you seem to be quite familiar with Master La Habrea. Do you know him? Oh, the stories I could tell you. You are no mere familiar, then, are you? Master La Habrea is not known for being generous with his time. That one would have stories of his company almost beggars belief. Regardless, while I doubt I need to tell you this, he is of the Convocation. Take care that your actions do not hinder his work. I'm sorry if the car horn sounds from outside are leaking through the window. It is cracked open for air ventilation, and it is time for the parents to pick up kids from the school down the street, and they are very angry. They don't often honk, though. But, Usually the biggest concern is just all of the kids yelling and screaming as they get out of school. And with that, we are free to make our way to Pandemonium. The Nos that will take us there is on the eastern bank of Leth. Let us delay no further. Yes, sir. Don't mind me with my very dragon-like tail. Are you an Aether Current quest, or are you something else? Okay, that's fine. Onward I go. I think I see it in the distance there. Why? Why is my map so zoomed in? Oh. Oh, because I don't have flying. Alright, who's ready to march across the entire map? Wait, can I... Yes, okay. Whew. That's part of the trek undone. I forgot that to get to this place easily, you need to be able to fly. But it's okay. I'll probably unlock flying later. Today. Go up here. Oh, you know what? I just realized system. No, not system. Character? No, it's system. Sound. Yeah. Turn off the... Turn off the mount music. Otherwise, we're gonna be hearing a lot of the bike theme. Oh, I gotta fix some of these buttons. No, I don't. Think everything is in the correct place? Yes. Okay. I recently I remember that at some point I had changed some of my buttons on this character from what I have them set to on my main character. And I haven't been playing a ton of White Mage on my main, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem if any of them are in a weird place. But I just had to make sure that none of the main buttons were horribly off-center, to put it best. Where am I going? How am I gonna... I can't simply go over the edge here. No, I have to go up and around, don't I? I don't know where I'm going. This way. Yes. Haha! Is it that lighthouse in the distance? Probably. Oh, it's past the lake. No, don't touch me. Hippie. We call those kelpies where I'm from. No, the aiming top dropped and I rolled an 11. Oh no! I'm being attacked. Oh no, I fell. How do I get back up? Can I get up there from here? Looks like a thing's out here. Yes! Okay, good. Oh, I didn't want to have to go all the way up and around. No! Stop! Oh, it's this one! I remember passing by here, in the story. Not that long ago. I think I have to do 6.1 to get to the Alliance Raid, don't I? Or part of it, at least. I think I have to get to the dungeon. We shall come to know each other in time, I wager, or else why would fate have orchestrated such our meeting? I can't read. Yeah, okay. That will be for another day then, probably. In any case, let us be off. Truth be told, this will be my first time beholding the fabled pandemonium with my own eyes. Here's to new adventure, eh? Hehe, hehe. That's what brain fart. Patch 6.1 is called. Newfound adventure. Haha. Here we go! You know, when you said it looks like a dungeon, I wasn't expecting literal cages and chains everywhere. If I'm being honest. It is much as I feared. The speaker seemed in such high spirits that, for a moment, I thought the ethereal irregularity not nearly so grave a portent as I had imagined. Alas, 'twas a fleeting and vain hope, fleeing. To gaze upon this complex network of chains and wards, the untrained eye might not sense anything awry. No effort has been spared in making this place impenetrable. Yeah, it looks pretty sinister, if anything. Even the finest of masterworks is not without its flaws, however. Someone, or something, is tampering with the protections. Also, I hope the game audio isn't too quiet. I need to turn my headphones up a bit, but... well, it looks a little quiet. I'll turn it up just a little bit. My headphones are at max. Okay, so it wasn't OBS, it was my volume mixer. Don't mute it, please. That's better. Hopefully that's a bit better on the stream ends too. I don't know how quiet this currently is. It is working from within, eroding them from the inside out. Well, that's no good. So something on the inside is trying to break out then? Fear not, there is no immediate danger. I reinforced what protections I could the moment we arrived. That was fast. This will not put an end to whatever is occurring, but it shall at least serve to slow its progress. One small victory, though the road ahead of us is yet long. Yes, powerful forces are at work here. I don't know if you can hear it, but my cat is screaming right behind me. What do you want, baby? What's up, old man? Yeah? Okay. He just hopped back onto the bed. Okay, then. Silence in the air speaks volumes. While I did not expect a bustling facility, I see not a single warder. Our first course of action should be to seek one out, wherever they may be. However, there is something you must know. The magic I wove upon entering requires my constant awareness. That is to say, if we are forced to fight, I cannot risk joining you in battle. Should I lose focus, Pandemonium's protections will rapidly crumble before the force assailing them. Well, that's not good. Expect me to do this alone? Were there another way, I would gladly choose it. But let us at least be grateful that neither of us is here alone, trapped in hopeless circumstances. If we should fail to find a peaceable solution, then I hope that I can rely on your strength to see us through. This request doesn't come as a surprise, to be honest. Yeah, that is exactly the face I expected. At least you received it with good humor. Rest assured, I do not mean to stand by idly while you risk life and limb. I hope to be able to lend at least a touch of magical support. Oh, we did the we did the thing at the same time. Creation mages too have their uses in that regard. I had it in mind to use your aether as a basis for illusory allies that will fight by your side. That's a pretty convenient excuse for this. Perhaps 7 shall do. Not exactly an army, but by the looks of you, a formidable band nonetheless. Yeah. Then so shall it be. Now, what, I wonder, awaits us in Pandemonium's pitiless halls? Nothing good, probably. Nothing good. Asphodelos, the first circle, now accessible. Okay. Sure. I know for a fact that I'm going to have trouble with, I think it's part 2 or part 3. But I've heard some stories about one of them being much harder to get used to than the rest. My book expired. Sag. Also, I think the loot limit for the raid has been removed, except on the swords. You can only get 1 sword a week, I think. Because the sword is like the thing you use to trade for the actual weapon. So I'm probably just gonna greed everything. And see how much gear I can get out of 1 run a piece of these. Probably not a ton, but... Music here is haunting. I wonder if I can make it to Idleshire before this queue is done. We'll see. We'll see. Painfully Ishgardian man, no thank you. I just need a new book, please. Maybe I'll take off this glamour while I'm at it. I was only doing it to fit in, but... Receive a new journal, please. Thank you much. Mega Delta Escape, Eden's Verse. Oh, second circle is in my book. Interesting, interesting. What to do while we wait? What to do, what to do? I don't want to start on the story. I could go around gathering aether currents, I guess. I have a feeling I'm gonna need some. Where to start then? I honestly don't know where the best place to start is. Well, no, if I go to Rosathan, I won't stay there. I'm gonna get yoinked back between stages, I think. I think. I could go... Stupid game, everything I want, I roll low. Everything I don't want, I roll 90 plus. Oof. Big oof. Is it still 1 piece per week, by the way? For the Alliance raid? Or have I thankfully missed that period? I doubt it. Yes. Ah. What I do know is Building Way has been asking after you. He said if I happen to see you, I should tell you to hurry over Kidonia Knolls with all haste? Where is that? Oh, I'm gonna have to drive halfway across the map, aren't I? Okay. This is the best place to go. Yes, but the final boss had the orchestra stuff as well, right? Yeah. Right? Oh yeah, so like you can always there's motivation to go more than once. Because you can always roll for like the minion and stuff. The orchestrons. And probably the triple triad cards too, right? And I rolled a 90 plus. Oh, horrid. Do you have the minion yet? I don't know what the minion is. But I hope you've at least gotten the minion. I haven't even been on that section of the map. Okay. Here we go. Nope, in the 5 weeks or so this has been out, I've done it at least 12 times. Ooh. A friend of mine, has done that Alliance raid enough to, like, have the full healer set. But also, I think she said it took her... She did, like, 10 runs the first week alone trying to get the healer top. The one time to roll the 93, I lost. Ooh. I've been in call while someone has rolled like a 98 on something and lost to a 99 before. Yeah, I have the caster top, tank top, and now I was trying for the aiming top. For caster, I also have the hat and boots. I've seen the hat. I don't really care for it. I think it would be better as an aiming hat, honestly. I don't even know what half the aiming set looks like. But I definitely want to go for the healing top. Because it's very pretty. I like it a lot. Hello, Building Way. You're here, and not a moment too soon. Sorry to call you here so abruptly, but you were the first person who came to mind that might be able to help. Do you recall the domiciles we were planning to build for the evacuation? Yes. I don't mean to brag, but they were immaculate. Positively perfect. Except, of course, for the ever so small oversight of being 3 times larger than necessary. At least, that's what I believed before speaking with Urianger. I learned a lot from him about the ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. No, please, 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 finish. Unlock, unlock, unlock. Okay. Ha! I don't know what he had to say there, but I wanted to unlock it so I didn't have to walk all the way back. Ooh, and tank gloves. I don't care for the hat, but I have it because apparently it's best in slot pre-savage for Summoner. Fair enough. Fair enough. Took me a second to figure out what BIS was. The only class I have at 90 is... someone withdrew. Dang it. Oh. Let me in. The only class I have at 90 on this character is White Mage. I think the next closest is Dancer, probably. But I don't think I have any other classes. I might do, Red Mage on this character, because I really like Red Mage. It's so fancy. And I do like Reaper. I'm not a huge fan of melee classes, but I do like Reaper. I'll save them. I must. Dude just ran out of the building, dropped Trow, and fucking challenged us. This appears to be one of the... Oh, I missed the line because I was making a joke about how the ancients viewed transformation. Not a single one of them look like me. Is that you, Jimbo? Kinda looks like you, Jimbo. First time salute. Have fun? Oh. What was that motorcycle sound? I don't like that. Everyone's moving over here. Oh, okay. So follow the group is the moral of the story. Okay, then he does the other side. They're not named left or right, though. So that's gonna be fun. Looking for visual catnip legacy. This person's name is just Catnip Legacy. Pitiless Flail. Oh, there he go. I have no clue what's happening. Erich Don Nios? Who's up front? That one is. Probably didn't have to do both of those, but it's better to be safe than sorry. I have a horrible history with hot and cold mechanics. Does it go top down or bottom up? Top down or bottom up? Okay. Now I'm hot, so I need to be cold. Well, if I go over here, it'll be perfect. Cold, and then I get hot again. Right? Did I do it right? I did. Yay! Okay. What next? Word is Wrath. Is that the AoE? I don't remember. It is the AoE. Okay. Hopefully the volume's okay. Normal, bottom up, savage depends what his stance is. Oh, joy. Leave you no choice. What is happening? Is that gonna encroach? Is it gonna shrink? Oh, what is this roulette wheel? Are we playing darts now? What is happening? What? Over here? Okay. Oh, I get it. Okay. So that's the colors that are not safe. So it's opposite. I don't like how sometimes the mechanic is you have to be same and other times it's you have to be opposite. Okay, that side's not safe. Have to be on blue. Right? Yeah. Okay. This is straightforward enough, and then he does the exact opposite. Okay. If it's top or bottom, and the middle one is always lightning, so if you're on the lightning spot, you die. Oh, joy. That's fun. Everyone stack up. Got some healies. This side? Yes. Okay. This is pretty straightforward. Oh. Nope, that's not the button I wanted. I want that one. The lives of my colleagues are at... What? Slam shut. What is he doing? I'm scared. Oh, that was just raid wide damage. Okay. Have a Nephlatus Misery. And everybody heal up a little more. Overwhelming Heat. That's not fun. Ice, please? Intemperate Torment. Okay. And then now I'm cold, so I need to be warm. Okay. And then I need to be cold. Oh. But I have to be this cold. Or I get loitered. Oh, it goes off beforehand. Okay, so there's time to get out. Good to know, good to know. But he's almost dead. This is raid wide. Boop. And a boop. More misery. Oh, he's doing another one already? Heavy hand. Okay, we're going back to the circle dimension. The dartboard dimension, if you would. Is that dancer? Okay, she is wearing a bathing suit top. I thought she wasn't wearing it. Is this far enough over? Yes. Okay. So then it's gonna be right here, this thing? Oh, that's the other healer. So right here? And dead. That wasn't too bad. I can only imagine how horrible Savage is. Did he have little hands on his headpiece? I assume you heard the whole discussion about the plugins matter the last 2 weeks, right? Yes. My stance on that is fairly simple. Savage, I cleared it Monday. Ooh, congrats! I got most of that. Cool. The problem is that third-party tools have always been against the rules. I'm still like, don't ask, don't tell. Exactly. And don't show. That's the thing. Is that from what I understand, the people that got banned, even the person that got banned mid-pull, which, like, yeah, it does suck that mid-pull of the newest extreme content, or Unreal content, or ultimate content, I forget the term because there's too many of them now, but, sucks that he got banned mid-pull. Like, that was pretty rough. But he did have the programs, like, openly visible on stream. And I know for a fact from other people that have used those programs, I personally don't, you can pull them up on a second monitor if you have one. Or just hide the overlay from your stream. So it's kind of a win stupid, play stupid games, win stupid prizes kind of scenario where, like, they just came out that they are being more firm on this stuff. Only the Act one, yeah. Like, it came out that they're being more firm on this stuff, and from what I understand, the reason why they got caught was because a forum or something started like some sort of witch hunt. But apparently the first one that got banned had the buff timers on his party frame. Yes, because that is technically also a third-party tool. But yeah. Yeah, it is a quality of life thing, but it is still like a third-party tool. And like, whether you agree with the rules or not, the rule is just that if there is very blatant evidence of you using one of these things and you get reported for it, you're gonna get banned. And Square Enix cannot check your computer. They cannot, like, check that you have these things installed. And they don't want to check. They don't want to know. But if you're showing it blatantly on a live stream in front of a bunch of people, like, And Xena said, they're basically saying, yo bro, you're gonna get banned for 10 days, but nice plugin though. We're gonna implement that. They've been planning for a while to implement some of these things that third-party tools have, like, offered with, like, quality of life stuff. They're going to check plugins available in the quality of life stuff they're checking to implement. Yes. A very good thing I saw from, I believe it was Mr. Happy's video that I watched. If you use a quality of life, or if there's a plugin that helps you with a disability like colorblindness, go on the forums and talk about it. Because I've seen the colorblind options for this game. They're not good. They're not good at all. Certainly they probably help in some situations, but not as well as they could. Nope, they are not, yeah. And there's other things, like, there was, I'm not gonna mention the name of the tool, but there was a tool that was created supposedly just to change the look of your character. However, it was discovered to have a exploit for PvP where you could move the camera while fighting. And I don't think that tool is really in circulation anymore, but it did spawn some other cheat tools for PvP. So, you know, some of these things, it's very... I know other games like WoW don't ban things like this, and in some cases they even, like, encourage people to use them. But in my experience, I've played with someone that used the parser tools before, and they in particular weren't toxic about it, but when someone would ask for their numbers and they would say, like, oh, you did this, and that person would get upset, like, no, I definitely did way better than that, and it's like, well, here's the numbers, you're not as good as you think. It's very... It creates a kind of toxic mindset that I'm not fond of. But then again, I don't do Savage Raids, I don't do high-end content when it's current most of the time. I am considering attempting Heidelin EX, though, in the near future, but... Yeah, I get that you get banned for stuff like sort of Deadly Boss mod or something. Yeah, like, it's... The problem is that there are so many different tools that if they say, like, X thing is allowed, / things like it, or disallowed, then someone's going to make a tool that is that, but not quite, and say, oh, but you didn't say this wasn't allowed. So it's kind of like, they have to either be all for it or all against it. There can't be really any gray zone. But actual quality of life that they might implement, I'd say they could have just pulled them out of Ultimate and say, yo, it's a nice quality of life, but turn it off, this is a warning. Yeah, but the buff timers, I get that, but the problem is that these rules have been in effect pretty much since the game came out, and the warning that everyone has had is the last, what, 10 years of the game being around. I don't agree with the guy getting banned so suddenly like that. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying, yeah, he deserved what he got, but, like, that's just... I don't like it either, but that's just how the rules are. Which sucks. It does suck. But I don't really know how good those things are, because the only like, the closest thing I've used to a third-party tool is G-Shade. And I think that's one of the few things they've said is allowed, because that is, like, purely client-side, and it's not a thing made purely for 14. It hasn't been officially endorsed or anything, of course, but yeah, I have no stake in this race. I have no horse in this race, as it were. I agree it's not around, but something small like that I'd say is just a warning. Yeah, I think the reason why they got banned, is mostly because, like, that was, like, almost... It was too close after the, announcement, you know? And, again, it's not a matter of, like, whether or not it should be allowed, it's a matter of... From what I understand, he only got banned because there was a group of people from a former board that saw them notice and was like, yeah, now that they're cracking down on it, let's go mass report all these people that are, like, creating content with these add-ons visible. And that's kind of the problem. So one of the ones that shows where things are safe, that's just cheating. We got pulled out of Ultimate when they released the statement about this, and then 3 minutes after, bam. Didn't even have the time to read it. Yeah, I would say then he was a victim of, like, the mass reporting, because there was a big issue with that when the announcement first went up. But this will all blow over. The people that are mass reporting people for using the tools will eventually go away, and it sucks, but I mean, once the decision has been made, it's been made, so. I need to drink a sip of water. Oh, I locked my water bottle. I keep tilting my water bottle to drink out of it, but it's got a straw that goes to the bottom, so if I tilt it, I don't get any water. Ugh. Anyway, third-party tools aside, let's get back to it. That was a thrilling display, and if I may be so vaunting, the warriors I spun from your aether fought even more splendidly than I had anticipated. I suppose they were cut from excellent cloth, after all. Well, thank you. Yeah, but then someone was playing FF9 and a character in the game said, I'll go with the add-on. Oh, jeez. We should wait until this man regains his senses. He wears the robes of a boarder, and I would be very curious to know what drove him to attack us sight unseen. The streamer was like, whoa, 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 like, that's not allowed, mate. That's against TOS. Rayla. He stirs. What came over me? It's coming back to me. My mind was filled with a storm of desperation. Anger. I leapt at you, though I knew naught of your intentions. Pray, accept my apologies. And my thanks. Had you not knocked some sense back into me, I may have fallen upon someone less capable of defending themselves. I'm gonna call you Eric, because I don't know how to pronounce your name. I am Eric, a ward of Asphodelos, Pandemonium's highest layer, and the place we're in now. One must wonder why you're so desperate to keep us out. What is happening in Pandemonium? The creations interred within Asphodelos have been set free, and stalk its halls to no end but violence. Well, that's not good. Hi, Eric. That is not good, to say the least. Has this ever happened before? Oh, he's got a belt on him. No, never. Each level of Pandemonium is under the charge of a keyword, who keeps strict control over the most minute aspects of their domain. They're selected with great care, and their loyalty to Master La Habrea is absolute. Yet something has gone terribly wrong. Try as we might to hold the line, the chaos within is overwhelming. I hardly realized that I had become separated from my colleagues. I remember a chorus of whispers assailing my senses, and afterwards only flashes of rage and fury. Then blackness, from which I awoke to find that whatever had overcome me was gone. I see. Our senses may have been muddled by magics that affect the mind, perhaps the selfsame ones that saw you separated from the other warders. Whatever had taken hold of me, thank you for releasing me from its clutches. That you've come here to the surface must mean some word of our plight has reached the outside world. If you know anything that may help, pray tell. We were hoping you could tell us, actually. Because no one else above knows that something is wrong. Horror among horrors. So Pandemonium's protections are indeed being dismantled from within. By the same individual, or individuals, that released its captives and set them upon you, no doubt. Such knowledge avails us little, however, if we cannot ascertain their identity. Themis, was it? You said you worked for an organization under the auspices of the Convocation. Were they to receive word of what has transpired here, what measures would they take? Doubtless they would consider this place to be a lost cause. Pandemonium's ties to the outside world would be severed, or perhaps it would be wiped from existence entirely. Well, that's not good. There are still people inside. As I thought, were the creatures to escape to the outside world, there would be untold carnage. The words of La Habrea would never risk that, despite what value the research subjects may hold. All the more reason to work with haste. If we can't expect further help, then it falls upon me to save the others. I'll not leave them behind. Okay. You would go alone? It won't leave the other warders to face certain doom. I know they fight for survival even now. They wouldn't abandon their duty. They would see the creatures return to their cells at all costs. And so I must do the same. Themis, I know the request I'm about to make of you is a monumental one, but please, say not a word of this to the Convocation until I've been given a chance to set things right. Forgive my rudeness, Eric, but my decision cannot be swayed by emotion. You'd only be consigning yourself to an early death. Strength of resolve alone cannot win in the face of overwhelming odds. Well, that's why I'm here. I'll do all the hard work. That being said, our investigation has only just begun, and we would be remiss to turn back ere we made an exhaustive survey. So, for the time being, there is slightly more than resolve to rely upon. Me. Yeah. Fighting time. I knew you would be all too eager to join us. Each moment since you fell from the skies has been more interesting than the last. More and more you remind me of my dear friend. Which goes some way toward encouraging me that this matter will yet reach a satisfactory conclusion. Yay! Believe in the me that believes in you. So, you agree to help? Yes. For the moment, our goals align, The protective magics of pandemonium yet hold, so for the moment, time is in our favor. Let us proceed upon the course you and Rayla have set us upon. I got this. I'm good at what I do. Themison, Rayla, yes? Thank you. The warders owe you a great debt already. Not a problem. It's what I'm here for, after all. We shall be glad to have someone familiar with Pandemonium's halls by our side. A party of 3 is ever so much more entertaining than a pair of 2. Well, that's rude. I thought I was doing just fine. Now let us return our attention to rescuing your colleagues. Perhaps it would be wise to approach the gates, in case any have followed you out. What's up, old man? Why are you sticking your claws in my leg? Yeah? Got something you want to say? No? Okay then. My cat is being very weird today. The door is open, my dude. Okay, never mind. He was pawing at the door, which is open and he can fit through. And then he gave up and went to lay back down. Hello, hello, welcome, welcome. How you doing, Danny boy? Not a sound can be heard from within. It means neither creature nor warder has made it this far. We should begin forming a plan to save them at once. Forgive me if I misunderstand, but do you mean to rescue the warders and creations both? I mean, it sure sounds like that. Naturally. Although they may be dangerous, they're valuable research subjects. I wouldn't see our labor, our untold hours of study, go to waste. I dare say La Habrea would smile to hear you say such a thing. That is, if we had cause to report this incident to him. He doesn't seem to think so. Smile? I'm not sure his face is capable of such warmth. Yikes. Kinda just woke up. How are you? I'm doing okay. How have you been? I've been alright. Allergies are getting less severe. Though I said that the other day when I streamed and, felt safe enough to sleep with the window open and then was congested all day yesterday. So, you know, mixed bag. But things have been going well. Ah, so you have met him before. I was under the impression he rarely visited Pandemonium. I have, yes. My mentor was the previous head of this facility. That is to say, La Habrea's predecessor in the position of Chief Keyword. Her name was Athena, and she was a researcher with the words. 'Twas she who appointed me to this position, in fact. I see. I did not know there was such a Chief Keyword before La Habrea. Your motivation to save your research subjects is not entirely driven by duty to the words, then. You also wish to preserve the work of your mentor. You've the right of it. I'm lacking in ideas of how to go about that, however. I am a mere warder, and I cannot wield intermittent magics. Intermittent magics? Ah, but of course I can hardly expect you to be versed in the magics we use here. If you recall, during our battle earlier, I bound you in ethereal shackles. Interment is a more refined and powerful magic based upon the same principles. While both are used to keep our subjects docile, only the keyword of each tier is permitted to use the interment. Even if I were allowed, I lacked the aptitude to use the spell to any notable effect. Fascinating. I have some knowledge of these forms of spellcraft, actually. Lahabrea himself established their foundation, if I recall. While shackles are meant to bind a subject in place for a short time, interment freezes the very space around it for as long as the caster wills. Interesting. Indeed. While the illusory beings you summoned in our fight suggested as much, I see your knowledge of magic is vast. Perhaps you've already mastered the art of interment, and I've been lecturing you like a child all this time. I'm afraid my knowledge ends there. I have not the precise understanding of how the invocations interact with natural laws that would be needed to cast said spells with any consistency. They have officially lost me. I just kind of wave my little staff around and people stop dying. While I consider myself well versed in various magics, I would be ill-advised to assume the duties of keyword without instruction. That being said, if I were to learn more of interment and its inner workings, perhaps. Well, you have a warder standing right in front of you. Life of an RPG magician? Yeah, exactly. Well, the solution is obvious when you put it like that. Imagine spending your life training and studying like the different chants and somatic components involved in spellcasting, and then some idiot with a crystal in hand comes along and like, here's an entire race of a disease. Yeah, that's what Final Fantasy games are like. Eric, you implied that what prevented you from performing interment was a lack of magical capacity. What if I supplemented your power with my own? Would the spell succeed then? I can't say for certain. I've never heard of such a thing being done. I believe it may be our best recourse. That is, of course, assuming you can perform the initial rites and incantations flawlessly. Even the smallest misstep and we would have to start over. Oof. You hate to see it, yeah. You needn't worry about that. I've seen the spells cast so many times that their motions have been burned into my memory. I won't disappoint. Good. Very well. Let us work out the specifics afterwards. Once we do, we can test out our methods on one of the escaped creatures, though I suppose there is the matter of finding one. It would be foolish to rush in blindly, lest we find ourselves surrounded with naught but an untested stratagem at our disposal. Nay, I would prefer to engage a single creature that Rayla could dispatch on her own if the spell were to go awry. I agree, and I may have an idea in that regard. I recall seeing the hippocampus, wandering the waterways during my flight. Perhaps it's still there. Few of the subjects housed within Asphodelos are fond of water, and I believe we'll be able to engage the beast without fear of unwanted guests. Well, hopefully that's the case. Honestly, I think, like... Oh yeah, is there anything I missed from 2 days ago? I haven't been able to watch the stream. There is, actually. Let me unlock the next part of this raid, and then I will switch over to show. Then that shall be our first target, or perhaps subject is a better term. Before we commence with the interment magics, the creature should be... Creature? Ooh, I really can't speak today. Should be weakened to a sufficient degree. I believe I can trust you with that task. Yep, all I'm good for is breaking things and killing things. As dependable as ever. Once you have given it a thorough trouncing, we shall bind this hippocampus with the keyword's magic. Until then, my illusions shall fight by your side. The hippocampus will be alone, but it's a daunting opponent nonetheless. Its magic warps the environment around it, and it will be at home amidst the waterways. Steel yourself for a fight. I think this is the one that I'm gonna have trouble with, because I'm directionally challenged. But yes, with that unlocked, let me just, really quick. I showed it off on, the stream, what was that, Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday. On Tuesday's stream. Let me just, boop. I think, So, the stream on Tuesday was just kind of getting caught up on what I've been up to. And talking about 3.0 debut slash the 1 year celebration. I'm probably not gonna make it in time for next week. I'm gonna try to have the emotes done, but the model definitely isn't gonna be finished by then at this rate. I believe... Nope. Yeah. That's the preview of the emotes. There's 2 more, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna... I don't remember how many slots I have open. So this is those. The emote sketches. I haven't finished them yet. But I'm gonna work on those over the weekend. And then, this was the teaser. Yeah, I had shown those before. I think they're in the Discord server too. But this was the teaser I gave for 3.0. The face is the only thing that's finalized. The headband thing I'm still working on. And the clothes are a work in progress, but yay. The skin tone might change to be closer to the current one. I'm indicating things with my mouse, but you can't see my mouse on stream. For some reason, even though I color picked from the original reference, for some reason, it just turned out really pale. I think I might have been working on the wrong monitor, but yeah, that's all you missed, really. As far as I remember, at least. I could have talked about something else, but I'm going to... did I get enough for... I got enough for a headpiece, and that's it. Right? Yeah. I'm gonna go grab the headpiece. Where is that? Rod's at home? Yeah. But yeah. Anniversary celebration stream probably gonna happen on the 27th, which is next Friday. I don't have anything planned out for it just yet. I'm still thinking about that because up until today, I wasn't sure I would be home to do it. But I will be, so we will have a stream that day. I don't know what I'm gonna do though. Oh, I forgot to unmute the game again. See. But yeah, the 3.0 model will have to wait a little bit longer. Hopefully not too much longer though. But we'll see. Oh. I have so much junk in my inventory. Inventory. Put that on. Okay. And then I gotta queue up for second circle. Okie dokie. Isn't there yeah, there's like the portraits and stuff. Oh, I did make one. Did I mess with the plate itself at all? Oh, I did. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, there was something I wanted to bring up today and I forgot. Oh, you pop. Never mind, I guess. Oh, there was something I wanted to bring up today. My brain has shut off. As it so often does. It just decides, you know what? No more thoughts. Head empty. Oh well. Danny boy, thank you for the 8 months. Dear Lord, it has been a while, huh? Twitch is telling me to send the thing again. Wowie, I've been here a while. Yeah, it's wild to think that it's been 8 months. Dear Lord. Next week it'll be a year since I started streaming. Oh boy. Oh, we have a few new people. Oh god, that's horrid. Ugh, it's a that's its mouth. Oh, that's horrid. Oh, that's horrid. This thing is a nightmare. Ugh, you can see the roof of the mouth. Ugh. Kill it with fire? Regrettably, I do not have fire at my disposal. I only have blinding light. Oh, the other thing I did go over, actually, I recently swapped graphics cards with a friend of mine, who had, like, a comparable card that doesn't have the issue that my card did with 14. If anything, the card that I had was technically stronger. What is happening? Okay. Sure. What the heck was that? Why was it attacking in 2 directions? I don't like that. Here, then? Yes, okay. But yeah, so I've tested 14 quite a bit, and the game should no longer crash while streaming. Today was gonna be the real test of that, because I don't know how the card handles streaming while also playing games, but seems to be doing just fine. So here's to hoping things will be smooth from here on out. And maybe someday I'll get a proper upgrade, but even though this card is old, it's from, like, it was new back in, like, 2016, maybe, I think? Oh boy. Well, that's not good. I'm just gonna go in this corner and no one should run over me, right? Well, that Reaper got... Right. Mark of easy. Okay, well. Dorito of friendship. Okay. It's very hard to think right now. I don't know why. Nice, nice. What card is it? I'm gonna be real. I don't do computer stuff too terribly much. I think it's a 1060, and my old one was a 980. Or maybe this is a 1080 and the old one was a 960? Something like that. Some configuration of 9, 10, 80, and 60. Oh, I moved too soon. I apologize. This happy little piano riff does nothing for the mood of this fight at all. Yeah, the ominous humming is more accurate. Whee! Sluices are beginning to overflow. This is safe? Yes, okay. So the bottom half does a line down the middle, and the top half does like half the room in whatever direction it's facing, it looks like. Oh, dear lord. That's not safe. This is safe? Yes. Oh, there's lines on the grate. That's helpful. Ooh, that's a lot of damage. Oh, it's taking its head off. I didn't notice that the first time. Oh, that's horrid. That's horrid. That's horrid. That's horrid. Dislike, dislike, dislike. And then get pushed out of it, right? Yeah. We're gaming. We're gaming, gamers. Dissociation. That doesn't sound good. Oh, is that when the head comes off? Oh. Oh, I don't like that at all. Sewage eruption? Oh, this is the party wide, right? Yeah. Oh no, never mind. Oh boy. Murky depths. This is the party wide. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 tank buster. Oh, is that a tank stack? That's weird. I've never seen that before. More Flatus Missouri. This wasn't too bad. I really don't like the design of the monster at all. Oh, I'm not targeted. I can just kind of chill. I didn't think I was gonna make that. I thought I was gonna run into the— Ooh! Have a Healy. Or two. What is it doing? Oh. Gross, 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 gross. Okay. Does it do other patterns? I haven't been paying attention. It seems to always do the T. It's gonna do a different pattern and it's gonna throw me off. Sheep gaming, yes, sheep gaming indeed. Jordan, are you okay? Mr. Jordan Gray, please. Oh, I died. Help. It's dissociating. Quick! Phew. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. A little hectic. A little hectic, but not that bad. Didn't hit too hard. Well, it kinda did. It actually hit pretty hard. But... Ooh! Ooh. Ah, that's bright. That's bright. That's a bright white screen. In my eyeballs. Oh, there it goes. Ooh. Sealed away. Good. Ba, 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 ba. Gimme, 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 gimme. I don't need a head anymore. Gimme, gimme, gimme. And the other healer, because they didn't die, unlike me. Oh, that's right, it was in my book. I got a bunch of stuff. I don't think that accessory is any better, actually, than what I have, is it? Because this is... Oh, it's 580 gear. Knew that you were no mere mercenary, but to make such clean work of the hippocampus. Seasoned fighters scarcely have occasion to visit Pandemonium, let alone display their skills. Mastery takes all forms, indeed. Needless to say, our plan worked to perfection, in no small part thanks to you two. Themis's power was more than enough to complete the interment. Spellcasting was never my strong suit, but that almost made me feel like a proper magos. Truly, having seen your abilities firsthand in your fight with Rayla, I beg to disagree. Shackles is the one exception, and 'tis only because I've been forced to practice it since I was but a small child. Other magics leave me feeling completely out of my depth. What dungeon is this? We're doing Asphodelos, which is the first tier of the normal raids from Endwalker. Regardless, it seems luck is on my side to guide me to you. We may prove the impossible possible after all. I don't know about that one, Chief. We're going into the third of 4 steps at the moment. While our success in sealing away the hippocampus is certainly heartening, the fact that we have yet to see any other warders concerns me. The keyword of Asphodelos is nothing if not cautious. Doubtless he has gathered what warders he could and retreated to a safe area. Let us hope so. It occurs to me that I know little of the keywords besides their magical prowess. Is there aught more you can share? He doesn't look like a bad guy at all. Of course, a man named Hesperos is in charge of Asphodelos. Not only does he have thorough knowledge of the creatures here, but he takes great pains to be a mentor to each of the wardens under his charge. He has done much to ensure that I flourished here, in spite of my ineptitude at magic, and I have always known him to be the sort of man who faces difficult decisions with unwavering composure. Furthermore, keywords are not only masters of interment, they can also bend the hallways of Pandemonium to their will with creation magics. With all this in mind, I am certain that so long as Hesperos guides them, the other warders are safe. Nothing to worry about. Doubt. Heavy doubt. I can see why absolute control over the environs is imperative. Had we faced the hippocampus upon arid sands instead of waterways, I suspect the battle would have ended much more quickly. In any case, if this Hesperos is capable and caring as you say, we would do well to seek him out as soon as we can. He has, like as not, taken your colleagues to a secure location. Woo 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 woo. La 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 la. The safest place would be the innermost circle of Asphodelos. Why can I not talk today? From there, they could flee to Abyssos if hard-pressed. Even should they have sought safe haven within the other circles, if we make for the 4th, we ought to encounter them on the way. Indeed, and we shall gain a comprehensive understanding of the situation within Asphodelos, which will be essential in determining whether we ought to continue down to Abyssos. The rub, of course, is that I myself possess no power to bend the circles to my will. Instead, we must proceed through the central corridor, which was barred by Phoenix, last I checked. Phoenix. I have heard the name before. A fiery bird with life eternal. Huh, that's not good. Beyond unquenchable brilliance, the perfected concept boasts nigh boundless restorative powers, if I recall. Truly an exemplary feat of creation magics. Perfection is ever built on the back of failure, however, and La Habra suffered countless missteps during his experiments. And he was hardly the only one. This phoenix will be but one of many attempts in the concept gone awry. Aye, far from evoking wonder, our phoenix is a creature of fury and wrath, seeks only to turn the world to ash. Thus it was confined within Pandemonium. Development of the concept continued elsewhere, but as the moons turned, more and more researchers abandoned the project as an impossibility, save for La Habrea and his words. When I received word that at long last La Habrea had succeeded where so many others had failed, I was nearly overcome. Pray tell, how did the warders of Pandemonium celebrate their master's accomplishment? That's not a face of excitement. I don't believe we did. The research of the words of La Habrea has little consequence to our work here, save for those rare times it charges us with a new specimen. Truth be told, I don't remember anyone making note of the occasion. Well. But enough reminiscing. We must make ready to confront Phoenix. While it's possible that it flew off to some other wing of Pandemonium, we will make that assumption at our own peril. Better to assume that we'll need to bring Asphelos' most unruly subject to heel. I certainly see no reason to delay. The Phoenix's power over flame will avail it far less in a barren corridor than elsewhere, so it may serve us well to subdue it sooner rather than later. Agreed. The preview image did not look like a barren corridor, however. What's up? Oh, the pipe organ is kicking in. That can't be good news. Oh, there it is. It's outside, though. How do we get to it from here? Oh. That's Hesperos. Oh. That's not good. What? Uh-oh. Ha! Yoinked. He looked more like Dracula than an Ascian there. Seems whoever's behind this can alter the space around us at will. We face an uphill battle. That can only mean one thing. Impossible. Those were creation magics at work, then that means... Let us confront that reality after we have conquered the enemy in front of us. Every drop of our focus shall be required if we are to inter the Phoenix. Yeah? Did I get enough pieces for a different earpiece, I wonder? I wonder. One chest, 2 gloves. Is that enough? Yes. I'm gonna be spending a lot of gil teleporting back and forth, but that's fine. It's this section, right? Yeah. The music in this expansion was just really good. Did I buy 2 rings or just 1? Item comparison. Yeah, I only bought 1. Okay. I'll take that. I need to clean out my armory chest later. And then rings. My rings are full too? Dear lord. Those on. Put that on. Oop, okay. And then duty finder. 3rd circle. Ba-da-da-dum, ba-da-da-dum, ba-da-da-da. Depending on... Oh gosh, it's already been 2 hours. I didn't think it'd been that long. I was gonna say, depending on how long the other 2 duties take, maybe we could do whatever the heck Smileton is. But it's already been 2 hours, so I don't think that's gonna be the case. Do I have anything I can sell on the market? Like this. No, that sells for Garble. I'll worry about that later. Yep, you started around 1 or 2, I'm guessing. Closer to 3, I think. Let me double check. I posted... Yeah. 2:40. So yeah. 2 hours ago. I was gonna start around 2. But I woke up at like 1:30. And I was like, shoot. I gotta like eat and stuff. We got these, I'm very guilty of like when I get focused and stuff, not eating properly. And in the past, I've gotten around that by like, well, at least if I buy granola bars, I can have a granola bar and that's some amount of food, right? So I've stopped keeping granola bars around. Because half the time, all I will have eaten in a day is like 2 or 3 granola bars. And thankfully I've moved past that bad habit, but, my roommate got these, like, protein meal replacement bars, from someone else, and they were like, you have to promise me, Docky, that you're not gonna, like, just eat these protein bars instead of meals. And I was like, no, I know. They're like, I know it's a meal replacement bar, but, like, this is, like, you had a late breakfast, and you don't want to have a proper lunch kind of a thing. And I was like, okay. I tried one of those, because I was like, well, this is, like, a good chance to, like, try it, you know? So that way I can, like, have a quick bar, and then after I stream I can have, like, a proper dinner. The texture was so horrible, and it only got worse the more I chewed on it. So I messaged my roommate, I was like, you will be happy to hear that I hate them, so they are all yours. Because they were mostly worried about me hogging them. And I was like, well, you don't have to worry about that anymore because I hate them. So I had Pop-Tarts instead, which is not much better, but it is something. And after stream, I will be making Maybe I'll make chicken and rice. My roommate's been getting these, even worse. Yeah. I need to eat as well. Go eat something. Your reminder to eat and drink water if you have not done so in a while. In the last 2 hours for me. I've been drinking water at least. But, they've been getting this, like monthly snack box kind of thing. And it comes with like a little dish or like some sort of, like eating utensil, right? Every month. And the first month it was like a little dipping bowl for like sauces and stuff. And then last month it was a pair of chopsticks. And I used to have reusable chopsticks before I moved the first time. They got lost at some point. I might have left them behind, or just they might actually be in one of my bins, just abandoned and neglected. But it's been so nice eating with chopsticks again. I like it. The only problem is that it kind of hurts after a while. Specifically with like eating rice, where you have to like manage to find like clusters of rice, and then by the time you've eaten all the clumps of rice, there's just like the loose bits at the bottom that you have to like grab one by one. It requires a lot of dexterity, like a surprising amount. But it's been a good way to like exercise, I guess, my fingers. Keep them flexible or whatever. Whatnot. I'm sure all it's doing is straining my wrist. But it doesn't really hurt my wrist too much. It just, my fingers get a little tired after a while. So it's probably not that bad. Can't be any worse than what I was doing before. So. Which is using a keyboard without, like, support. My keyboard is a $10 keyboard that I got for Christmas years ago. And there's no, like, the kickstands underneath broke, so I have to, like, angle my wrists at a weird direction. So much coordination, but at least it teaches skills and also makes you eat slower. True. Very true. And eating slower is actually how you get full on less food. Fun fact. That might not be a fun fact. I might be making that up. I'm not sure. I love the Rods at Home theme. Third circle. Oh, first time. Ooh, that's bright. Ow, my eyes. The mythic creation, the Phoenix. Why does it look like that? Bad angles are one of the easiest ways to strain your wrist. Yes. Yes, 110%. I definitely need to, like, get a better setup for my keyboard. But I haven't been doing a terrible amount of heavy typing lately, so what does that mean? What is happening? Is it Shiva circles? Okay. That happened. Experimental. That's a big one. Why is everybody running to the edge? Oh, that's why! Oh! That is a huge AoE. That's horrifying. Monster designer asked how many wings, and there were so many wings. There's 4 wings? I think? I think it's just got really feathery neck for some reason. That's 2 tank busters at once. So the wings have wings too, of really big feathers. Yeah, those are really big feathers, I think. It looks so like... What is that? Did we kill that? No one's killing it. Oh, I'm running away. I don't want to get caught in that. Okay. So I guess you have to hit the dark fire with the light AoE? That makes sense. Oh, I didn't even see it was casting that. Oh boy. Yeah, I can... Where'd it go? Oh, that's where it went. I'm just gonna not be in front of that. Yep. Okay, that was a good call. I don't like that. I don't like that. What are you doing? Ads? Do we stand in the bubble or out of the bubble? I'm gonna stand out of the bubble. Oh. Okay, I guess they can't be touching if they're pulling them apart so far. Or maybe they just do it so it's easier to dodge afterwards? I don't know. Do we get in the puddle or stay out of it? I'm confused. Okay, out of it was the correct answer. Oh, that is bright. I shouldn't be looking away from the screen, but it's bright and I don't like it. Left. Okay, that means I need to be on this side? Yeah. Fledgling flight, what does that mean? What are those? Are those the birds? They look like teeth. Oh god. Oh, what is this? Over here? Okay. Experimental char plume? I don't like that. That hurt. Okay. What else? What other weird things is it gonna do? Devouring brand? What does that mean? Oh, it's encroaching? That's not good. Oh, and then it expands. How did that person not get hit? Oh, there they go. Boop and a boop. And Apparatus Misery. Experimental. Oh, it's the big one. I shouldn't be standing next to the tank. I'm in danger. Oh, we gotta spread out. Okay. Oh, that goes off delayed? Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Don't touch me. Oh, I keep forgetting I have the big lily. I should be using that more. Oh, they're doing the cones again, aren't they? Cones. So that one, that one. So this is the good spot to stand? And then that goes off when we move out? Okay. Okay, get in. Oh, it's easier if I just do that, right? If I just go out after one of them is passed? Yeah. Boop. Well, I'm going this way, I guess. Is that it? Oh. Any other wacky mechanics? Doesn't seem like it. I can definitely see how this would be annoying though, because it is very difficult to see all of this orange on orange nonsense. Experimental char plume, that's spread out. I can imagine this is horrible in Savage. Okay, middle and then out. Like that. Oh no. Okay, they were able to cancel it. Good, good, good. Ah, red mage. Why? Oh, that hurts. That always hurts. My eyes. Red mage limit break is painful. Painful, painful, painful. Alright, that's 2 down. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, that person, the other healer, was wearing the top. I need the chest piece and the legs. I didn't get any of it. That's fine. I got 4 commendations for that, dear lord. With that, the phoenix is shackled once more. However, there is yet the matter of this arena. As you've told us, there is but one person in Asphodelos with the ability and authority to wield such magics. Though, fortunately, it appears he has saved us the trouble of finding him. Where? Up there? A contemptible display, as befits an inferior specimen. Rude? Even so, I expected we would at least delay your advance. Imagine my surprise when I saw the chains of interment drag the phoenix back to its cage. Either the bird is even more of a failure than its creators cared to admit, or you are no mean trespassers. I had hoped our suspicions were misplaced, but alas. Huh. Yeah? Hubert Hesperos, why? Why have you brought such chaos to your beloved pandemonium? pandemonium, pitiless, impenetrable, and utterly steadfast, unlike those charged with its keeping. What has possessed you? I don't understand. Oh, Eric, must you pester me with these inane questions? Think for yourself. Surely you can muster a theory or two with that dim wit of yours. Then again, you have never been one for insight. Why Master La Habrea suffers your mediocrity, I shall never understand. You may look like him, but you're not the Hesperus I know. Something has warped you, too, from the inside out. The keyword I knew had compassion for all those under his charge, be they clad in robes or shackled in chains. Was all that a farce? Did you hide your contempt for us all these years? Those who are content to merely glimpse the water's surface are doomed to be dragged into its depths. You prove my opinion of you with every word. Yikes! My mind is clearer than it has ever been. Even now, seeing you feebly grasp for answers make the bile rise in my throat. Yikes! Why you gotta be such a dick about it? Such a wasted potential. To be son to Master La Habrea, yet no more skilled with magic than a newborn babe. Oh! He has daddy issues. But of course, it's always about La Habrea. Silence! You are not worthy to utter his name. Yikes. For once, be grateful to witness a feat beyond your meager abilities, beyond your shallow reckoning. I have slipped the surly bonds of mortality. I have become one with our mythic creations, and rid myself of imperfections. I stand upon the threshold of godhood. I'm not the only one that saw those messages, right? In the middle of the screen. I think that was the Free Company's, voyage ships. Was one of them called Sub Me Daddy? I knew he sounded a bit edgy. As a Hemethios shall I serve Master La Habrea, ever faithful unto the end of days. Oh. Well, that's a familiar circle. And he shall require no other. I think not. Well. Nice. Are you so blinded by arrogance that you have lost sight of what it means to serve? Eric is more capable than you could ever know. It was thanks to his instruction that I was able to master the art of interment, both how to wield it and how to break free of it. Wild. Rayla, let us quit this place. Whatever poison has corrupted Hesperus' mind, it is plain that his power fire eclipses our own. We must have time to gather our strength. Yeah, flashbang works. Weaklings though they may be, it takes a singular aptitude to master interment so quickly. To say nothing of how swiftly that familiar laid low the phoenix. Regardless, their noble aims will be their undoing. Where they fritter away their strength in calming the beasts of Asphodelos, I continue my work. Even should they survive long enough to reach the heart of my domain, naught shall await them but doom. Yikes. I eagerly await your arrival, Eric. Even dullards have their uses. Okay. I have no idea what's in store for us. My darkest suspicions have been realized. We face the keyword of Asphodelos himself. More than that revelation, however, Eric worries me. We loved Hesperos for his compassion, but received naught but scorn from whatever the keyword has become. He has said little since our return. I only hope that the shock of recent events does not prove to be a death knell for his resolve. Yeah. Much as I am loath to disturb Eric so soon after what just occurred, I am afraid circumstances do not afford us the luxury of time. Perhaps it will do him well to speak about recent events, concerning both the keyword and his father. Yeah, explains why he had that dim of an outlook on, La Habrea. If it's his own dad. The creation of the ward which surrounds Pandemonium was an astounding feat of magical prowess. A feat accomplished by none other than La Habrea. That both my father and I can bind others in chains is perhaps the only thing that we have in common. Ah, so it is true. I'm La Habrea's son, bereft of his talent for magics or his brilliant mind, but his son nonetheless. Surely this doesn't come entirely as a surprise to you. Nay, I had an inkling when you said you had practiced ethereal shackles since childhood. Assuming you haven't been employed here quite that long, it had to indicate some long-held connection with La Habrea. It was La Habrea that taught me how to cast the ethereal shackles, but that was it. My further education was overseen by the words of La Brea, more specifically my mother, who was a researcher there. You speak of Athena. You did speak of Athena, chief keyword before La Habrea. She is your mother, yes? I mean, yeah, that makes sense. How astute. I can see now why you were chosen to lead the investigation. You have the right of it. Athena was my mother, and it was she who invited me to join her here. La Habrea had nothing to do with it. See, there is little love lost between you two. What I cannot see is why La Habrea was appointed chief keyword when another was already in place. Was in place. My mother is no longer with us. It's rare that someone from this time period uses that language. And La Habrea was all too eager to assume her responsibilities. Nary a moment spared to mourn her. What love do I owe him now, when he offered not one drop of compassion then? Ah, I see. She is no longer with us, an expression to convey the end of a life. I have known only the public face of La Habrea. While he is lauded for his ability to maintain composure in the face of unnerving circumstances, I must admit that oft he comes across as cold. Apologies, but can we speak of something else? This topic isn't an easy one for me to discuss. Yep, daddy issues. I called it. Of course, there are more pressing matters at hand, after all. Namely, how to deal with Hesperos. We have yet to see the other warders. Judging by what we know, we can surmise that Hesperos has confined them somewhere beyond our grasp. Now that he is aware of our presence, he will be preparing for the next encounter. We cannot expect to face him on equal footing. Quite the opposite, in fact. Oh boy. Every moment we spend chasing after the creations is another moment Hesperos can contrive another advantage for himself. The wisest course would be to find him first and foremost. Agreed. He said that he has become one with the creations. Perhaps that means he is vulnerable to interment. In theory, that should be possible. However, is it merely enough to confine him, after all he has done? I need to know why. I need to know what drove him to forsake everything he's worked for. Was it all truly so he could serve his master? To my mind, he's merely put La Habrea's own work at risk in trade for some nebulous power. La Habrea's cheap keyword of pandemonium. How would throwing it into disarray win his favor? Doesn't make any sense. That's a good point. I share your curiosity, but we must consider that our enemy has at a disadvantage in every sense. What do you think? Should we seek to put him in fetters, or would it be too dangerous to allow him quarter? I mean, if you fail, I can always finish the job. Daring as ever, I see. I know not which trials you have faced in your past, but to see you so certain is all the convincing I need. Very well, let us try Eric's plan. I'm just gonna keep calling him Eric, I'm not gonna try. Thank you, Rayla. I believe I can shed some light on the nature of our foe. When Hespero spoke with us, I noticed he bore the telltale failings of the Vircolacus, a beast which feeds off the aether of its prey. Likely that is the creation Hesperos merged his essence with. And we know all too well that he can change the environment around himself at will. The battle will not be an easy one, but I believe in our victory. I don't know about that one, Chief. I will try my best. That is all I can promise. Yay! Yeah, I didn't get any more pieces, did I? No. Still have one chest piece, one boot. Okay. Straight into the duty finder we go. No. Wrong button. What's that other section of the duty finder? Duty support? Oh, okay. Interesting. I've also heard that, with 6.1, a lot of the dungeons from Realm Reborn are different, which is wild. Like, I didn't think they would go back and change the dungeons themselves. I don't think they changed any of these optional dungeons, though. I'm not sure. We'll have to look into it at some point. Just need some tanks. Oh, I've replaced the wrong ring. Oopsie. Well, that's better now. I should probably get a better weapon at some point, too. I'll probably do the, I think I said it last time, but I'll probably do the, quest off stream, and if eventually I decide to go back and do, all the quests, I can just rewatch the cutscenes. Add an in-room. Itchy leg. Or, actually, I think I could do New Game Plus, if absolutely necessary. Do I have anything else interesting in my... I have Rowena's tokens. I don't know what that means. Gold saucer tickets. A lot of materia. Some random gear pieces that I need to get rid of. Food. That does not look appetizing. Excuse me. I'm just gonna throw these. Oh, well. There we go. More updates. Yeah, so back in like I think it was Stormblood? Or maybe it was Shadowbringers. They cut out a lot of unnecessary story quests. That, like, either were just too long, they would simplify them, or, like, if it was redundant and pointless, they would just cut it out entirely. But they hadn't touched the dungeons at all. And some of the dungeons go very quickly. They're not very interesting. Others, like Copperbell Mines, for example, oh, he took his glasses off and now his eyes are purple for some reason. But, like, Copperbell Mines was just waiting the dungeon. Is that Dracula? It looks like Dracula, doesn't it? Oh, the music! Ooh! This is a bop. There's but one master in Asphodelos. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Why are we going over in the corner? I wonder what happens if you touch the wall. I'm not gonna touch the spikes, but... Is this a push? I hope it's not a push. I hope I'm not... Okay. No, it's a meteor. Okay. Oh, I still have effects off. I could probably turn effects back on. I've been playing with effects on my other character and it's been fine. But... Oh, we have two white mages. I'll get away from that. Setting the scene. He's so dramatic. Water? Water is usually a push mechanic. Does it come from there or the middle like the other one, though? Phoenix? Oh, it does come from the middle. Okay. Yeah, it is a push. Okay. Hell Skewer? Oh, that's no good. Oh. It's just a line AoE. That's not bad. That's a tank buster. Ah! There's 3 of them now? Is this the only safe spot? What's the green goo do? Okay, it's the push one first. What is the green one? Is that a stack? No, that's a spread. Okay. Is it gonna give us poison? No. Okay. This is corner. I have a feeling if I walk into the wall, I'm gonna die. Because of the big imposing spikes. So I'm not gonna do that. This sounds like Surfer vibes. Like the chorus bit does. I don't know why. I think it's the woohoos in the background. Woohoo. Ow. Asperos' balloon absorbs aether. The balloon is poisoning the aether it absorbed. That has a red X on the... Do I stand in one that I'm not? Yes. Okay. That's the opposite of, what's her name? Halicarnassus, who wants you to stand in the square of your class type to roll. that's the word. Scurry vermin, ere my blade finds your bellies. I'll see how this is. Oh! That's how that's safe. This chlamys is no mere affectation, I assure you. What is this side or nope? I lucked out of that one. Okay, so that's a push. He seems to like doing a lot of pushing. So I'm willing to bet the wall is a death wall. Because otherwise there's no danger to that. I feel a feeling we're gonna need that. Oh. Here, let me take that. Owie. There's still a DPS that needs assistance. I'll pick up that DPS. Oh god, why is there 4 now? What the heck does the fire do? Is that the staff? Maybe it's a tank buster of some sort. Pnax. Okay. Well, I guess we're about to find out. Everyone's gathering in the middle. Okay, it is a stack. That's not bad. Oh, that hurt. That's corners. I'm learning quick. That's spread out. Get away from me. Oh, that's not fair. Oh, and then it's a push. Oh dear. Northerly shift. The collation? What does that do? Does that just hurt? That just hurts. Oh, that hurt a lot. Oh, that hurt a lot. He's stealing our blood again. I take the tank one. I help the tanky. Heal. Blood lily. Tier 3. No more, please. Ah. Could be worse. The achievement is could be worse. Oh, I think my friend mentioned this. I think the achievements for this tier are could be worse for normals. And then the savage achievement is could be savage. Which is horrifying. need the chest piece, or legs, or boots. Oh, there's a minion? I want the minion. I got it! First try! I got a commendation. But more importantly, I got a minion. Ah. Now, Themis, we end this here. Fools, I will not be put in chains. Oh, controller? Controller. There we go. Uh-oh. Well. I find it funny that when I think of Dracula, I think of Castlevania's Dracula, and this guy is basically that Dracula. Yeah, pretty much. Think that I would fall before one such as you. Perhaps I should have treated you with more than a mere nuisance. Okay. Despite your victory, you shall never have the knowledge you seek. Secrets of my transformation, the secrets of my deception. They shall return to the star with me. Uh-oh. You are wasting your breath, Hesperos. We have the upper hand now. Surely you can see that. Oh, I hiccuped. Yes. My repertoire is not exhausted yet, however. Although I have failed, my end shall be on my terms. Uh-oh. I remain loyal to my very last. Come what may, I die with dignity. Rip Dracula indeed. Okay then. How did your ambition lead you so astray, Hesperos? You were better than that. Your stars shone more brightly than any other in Pandemonium. You had La Brea's respect, his trust. What more did you seek? That you would forsake all that, and sully your legacy besides. Yeah, that's rough. He became so blinded by his own desires that he lost sight of his duty. In the end, he lost everything, and his plans lie in tatters. I failed to see any dignity in that. Even so, I would have liked to know why he chose this path. Hesperos' infatuation with your father was his undoing. Perhaps he was jealous that fate had chosen you, and not him, to be La Habre's son. So terrible did this jealousy become that he saw verboten power that La Habrea would be unable to ignore. How does a pursuit for respect warp one's heart so? How does infatuation with one person turn into contempt for everyone else? I've never heard of such a thing. Yeah, it happens, but it doesn't mean it's right. Ooh. I see. I admit I cannot but find it vexing. Perhaps that signifies naught but my own capacity for bitterness. I do understand what it is to have a beacon to follow in dark times, a person you trust to guide you true, how it is to desperately wish their light would fall upon you again. But we have spent enough time assuming the intentions of the departed. There are the living to consider. We must find other warders and round up the remaining creations forthwith. Of that, at least, we can be certain. I believe I can be of help in that matter. The influence of Hesperus' magic is fading throughout Asphodelos. Now is the perfect opportunity to seize control of the facilities and restore things to their original state. Seize control? Can you really do that? Can he do that? What? What is this presence? Eric, what lies beyond that threshold? That's the passage which connects Asphodelos to Abyssos. Why? Be on your guard, you two. Now that Asphodelos is free of obstructions, I can more easily sense disturbances in the lower levels. Something stirs in Abyssos. That's our cue to leave. I believe that's our cue to leave. Oh. That's La Habrea's symbol, isn't it? A warding sigil? How? Let us return to the gates for now. I should like to apprise the situation from there. Needless to say, our investigation is far from over. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's La Habrea's symbol worked into the sigil there. Maybe with someone else's? I'm not sure, I don't remember. Although we have defeated Hesperos, it appears we have but scratched the surface of Pandemonium's troubles. My head is still swimming with questions, but could this mean that Hesperos wasn't actually behind this? It is a stark possibility, yes. The root of this crisis may lie somewhere much deeper than even Abyssos. When we first encountered you, you said the memories of your escape were vague, and that your senses were muddled. I believe this was more than the result of a panicked mind. You were made to feel this way by a powerful magical influence. It is possible that this same magic could have poisoned Hesperos' heart, twisting his affection for La Habrea into a burning obsession. Then, in his altered state, he was made an offer of power he could not refuse. That's horrifying. Wait, are you suggesting that someone else turned Hesperos into that thing? If so, it stands to reason that they wouldn't stop at him. Yikes. Indeed, our mysterious mastermind does not lack for subjects for his experiments. For more potential hemitheoi. Yeah, no, that's bad. That's very bad. If what you're saying is true, then my colleagues, they're doomed to share the same fate as Hesperos. Do not lose heart yet, Eric. Hesperos challenged us alone, and that tells me that the process of his creation was a long and taxing one. If he was the first Hemitheos, then the rest of the Wardens are likely still alive. However, much as I would like to hasten deeper into Pandemonium, the way forward is sealed off. We must focus our efforts on finding a way through. With the creation still having free reign of Asphodelos, that won't be easy. On the contrary, I yet retain control of these circles, and thus can wield intermittent magic within their halls at will. The creatures will pose no threat to us. Just like that, then nothing's stopping us from returning order to Asphodelos. Just so. I shall require your expertise to keep the peace after the subjects have been returned to their confinement, however. You are Asphodelos' sole remaining warder, after all. Truth be told, I did not expect this investigation to become so involved. Of course, I would like to resolve matters here without resorting to outside help, but... Do you mean to send a report to La Habrea? It's too soon to say. Let us first find a way into Abyssos. It would be best to withhold our judgment until we have ascertained the whereabouts of the other warders and the identity of the party responsible for their disappearance. Agreed. Even so, if it means saving even a single life within Pandemonium, then I'm not above asking La Habrea for help, should it come to that. Recent discoveries certainly paint Hesperus' actions in a new light. The number of unknown elements in this investigation grows, and we must proceed forward with utmost caution. To that end, Eric and I shall remain here for the time being. Much as I enjoy your company, I do not believe we shall be needing protection so long as we remain in Asphodelos. You should take this time to rest. Surely you are weary, and there may be more battles ahead of us. Themis's burden may grow heavier in your absence, but he's shown that he's more than capable to bear it. Still, I would help wheresoever I'm able. All we've achieved so far has been thanks to you two, and I mean to repay that debt I owe. I don't know what use I can be outside of placating the creatures, but I'll find a way. Nonsense. You owe us nothing. It was thanks to your knowledge of the magics which govern this place that we were able to come this far. Elsewise, we would have likely succumbed to the hippocampus's assault. Each of us has arrived at this dire pass by separate paths, but it is only by combining our respective expertise that we will reach the end of it and see Pandemonium saved. That's a face to make. Thank you, Themis. Hesperus' words seem to have affected me more than I realize. Together we've come this far, and together we'll reach the end. I'm sure nothing horrible will happen to Themis or Eric. Nothing horrible at all. I have no doubt we will. Even so, let us allow Rayla her rest. Please. Besides, you have someone awaiting a report on your progress, yes? I dare say your story would be much more than they ever imagined. Back to Aporia we go. Boop. Stretch. Oh god, 3 hours. It's really been 3 hours. I'm probably gonna wrap up after this cutscene. If there is a cutscene. Welcome, Rilla. Back from the past and then the worse for wear, I see. So, what did you find? A lot happened, to be sure. Several things did happen. So there is evil afoot in Pandemonium. An already ominous place, I must say. Mythic beasts and missing warders. Truly, we are fortunate to see you return to us in one piece. It appears the voice Rayla heard from the crystal spoke the truth. As for who left it behind, and why, those are yet questions to be answered. The jump cut to save us minutes of story retelling? Yeah, they do that a lot. Indeed, it could be someone who lived among the ancients, or it could be someone trying to avert a tragedy from the future. Much remains shrouded in mystery. Yet ilm by ilm, we shall unveil that mystery, with the help of Rayla, of course. By her actions was the fabric of the past reshaped, yet she returns to the same present she left. Which can only mean one thing, that her intervention in Pandemonium's crisis is but one of the countless building blocks of history upon which our present has been built. That hurts my head to think about. Then there is no telling what consequences would arise if we stopped pursuing this matter now. Whatever plot is unraveling within Pandemonium, we must not let it reach its conclusion. If one of those creatures should escape, what ripples would carry forth to the future? They might wreak havoc upon the world of the ancients, and their despair would leave an indelible mark upon history's pages. That despair would only feed the terrible beasts that arose during the final days. The first final days already had a drastic effect on the eons that followed. If the scars it left were made even deeper, then we risk losing our present entirely. That's horrifying. Whatever the cost, our connection with the future of Elpis must be preserved. I know I have asked much of you already, but can I count on you to continue your work in Pandemonium? Yes. I don't have a choice, but I will say yes. Your tireless efforts are much appreciated. If there is aught we can do to ease your burden, you only need to say the word. Speaking of which, might you return the crystal into our keeping? While we cannot accompany you to the past, perhaps something can be gained by researching it further. Just don't break it. If you break this, we will have problems. Because I'm pretty sure I need that crystal to get to that point in time. Ah, it shines just as splendidly as the day we met. We shall begin work right away, but I cannot promise any meaningful results for some time, and as matters in Elpis seem to be in a similar state, I must ask that you rest. But before that, allow me to make an introduction. As our research moves into its critical stage, I find it only suitable to recruit another assistant. Marlene is an expert in armaments throughout history, be they from the far-flung past or made in the most modern forges. Should you find aught of interest in your adventures, bring it here and she will be glad to offer her services. We know researchers in numerous fields that would love to get their hands on artifacts from bygone eras, and would give you goods in return that should aid you in trials ahead. Furthermore, if you ever wish to peruse the records of events you have reported here, Nimgigi has been taking faithful and thorough notes. She is at your complete disposal. Yeah. Good for my bad memory. Because by the time 6.2 comes out, which should be in the summer-ish, like 2 months away now, I think, then I might need a refresher. I sense that we have embarked upon something monumental, something that will dwarf all else I have accomplished in my many years of research. I can think of no greater honor, nor reassurance, than to have your capable assistance in this endeavor. If there is anything to be found that would contribute to your success, we shall find it. We shall not rest until we have unlocked the mysteries of this crystal, and you will be the first to know when we do. Hell yeah. This one. Oh. Rayla, allow me to thank you personally for your contribution to our research. Your stories of the ancients' creations have planted the seeds of a great many theories, and I cannot wait for them to flourish. Oh, this is the Savage. Is this game anywhere near finishing? Technically, yes. Technically, Endwalker was the end of the main story that's been going on since the game first relaunched with Realm Reborn. Some characters and places and such will persist, of course, because it's the same world, but it's technically going to continue according to the company and the lead producer. They are planning far into the future for the next 10 years of the game's life. I think they learned that it's better for them to invest in the current game that they have rather than build a whole new MMO from the ground up, like what they did with Base 14 after 11, because 11 was the MMO before this. 11 actually recently got content, which is wild. They said the game wasn't getting content anymore back when the PS2 servers shut down, but... Oh, this is just another relic exchange. Okay, that's convenient. But yeah, I think this is where we will stop for today. My voice is beginning to give out a little bit on me. So let's switch on over, shall we? Where is... There we go. Quiet that for now. Bragai, thank you for the sub. Welcome, welcome. Hello. Okie dokie. Yeah. Actually, the 6.1 story kinda should be leading into, where the game is going from here. I'm probably gonna do the 6.1 story sometime next week, maybe? I don't think I'm streaming tomorrow. I might not. I don't know yet. We will find out tomorrow. Let me see if I can find someone for us to raid. Really quick. Hello, hello. You caught us just as we were finishing up. Yeah, okay. I muted the game audio. I haven't closed the game yet. Just wanted to make sure it wasn't overlapping with the BGM. Thanks for stream. Thank you for hanging out today. Let's see, who can we raid? Who can we raid? Let me find someone real quick. Let's see, we can raid. Who is live right now? Thanks for the stream, Garlet, you're back. I'm glad to be back. And I look forward to having a more consistent schedule after the year anniversary. Once I've got everything done that needs to be done, I will definitely be streaming more frequently from now on. Let's see, I don't really see anyone that's around right now. Let me back to Twitch. Let's see who is playing 14 at the moment. Let's see if we can raid someone else playing 14. Let's see. Here we go. Let us... Let me just... I think I have to follow them to be able to raid them. Let us go raid... We're gonna raid Virtual Bite. They seem to also be playing 14. It looks like they're trying to get to, Ifrit at the moment, according to their stream title. So go wish them good luck. I will be around next week. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me today, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Sweet dreams, everybody. Bye-bye! Go say hi to the other person. Bye-bye! Whee!